Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn and review host, Jennifer. I have had a lot of requests to talk about Premier's new yarn, EverSoft, which is not actually new yarn, it's actually old yarn that has been kind of rebranded. And as you can see here, EverSoft used to come in a much smaller skein. I got this as a gift, but it came from Lovecrafts and it was clearanced out because this yarn had been discontinued. And it is a Premier Yarns EverSoft. It is a worsted medium number 4, but let's see if we can find the yardage. It's 130 yards. We zoom in so you can see that. It's 130 yards. It is 100% acrylic. It is definitely soft like it says. And this new skein is 270 yards. So it is drastically different size. Alright, so I will say that in itself is a big improvement on the EverSoft. The only thing that I see that I would like for them to bring back is the variegated colors in this, because I think on the website there are 36 colors, but they are solid colors. And I think the variegated is very, very pretty. But we're not talking about that because that's discontinued. We're talking about the new bigger packaging brought back by popular demand. Alright, so like I said, it's 270 yards. It is 5.29 ounces, 100% acrylic, medium number 4, machine wash, warm, tumble dry, which is awesome, right? And it's got the cool Oeko-Tex standard 100, so that this yarn is safe to use on even the most sensitives of skin. And if you make anything with this, hashtag make it Premier, because you might get featured on their site. Just saying. This is the color Dark Cherry, and I have it also in Royal Blue and just plain old red. The Royal Red, or the Dark Cherry, is my favorite. Now, some of the questions that I have had specifically in regards to this yarn is a lot of people thought that the twist and the shine on it reminded them of Caron Simply Soft. And so they asked if I would do a review, contrast, and compare to Caron Simply Soft. Now, if you put them side by side, you will notice they are definitely not the same yarns. Caron Simply Soft is a bit thinner. Come on out. Yeah, we're having a problem. All right, come on. There we go. There we go. It was fighting me. All right, so the red is the EverSoft. Caron Simply Soft is the teal color. The EverSoft is slightly, ever so slightly thicker than the Caron Simply Soft. And if you look at the two, the twists are different. So the twist is a little bit, I would say looser on the red on the EverSoft. And it is definitely more shiny to me. Now this just could be my opinion. I could be wrong, I could be misreading it. But to me, the EverSoft is more shiny. By a lot. However, as I was searching on my shelf, excuse my camera from moving, I'm leaning on it, but it is wiggly. As I was looking on my shelf to find the Caron Simply Soft, which I thought was in purple, which I do not have it in purple because I made a baby dress out of it, but I forgot. So anyway, I found that. This is Yarn Bee Soft Secret, and it very much looks and feels very, very similar to the EverSoft. Very, very similar. The twist looks the same. The sheen is the same. The thickness is just about spot on from the way it feels. Of course, this skein has been through some wear and tear. This one is brand new out of the package, but aside from the colors being different, this is very, very similar yarn. The EverSoft has a slight more sheen to it. ever so slight. But they feel very similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare yardage. We're going to compare, because I already showed you the look and the feel, and price. Zoom out a little bit so we got some more viewing room. The EverSoft, like I said, is 270 yards. Caron Simply Soft is 315 yards. And the Soft Secret is an even 300 yards. So they're all within the same range. They're not very far off from each other. They're all around 300 yards. So you can make the same size projects with any of these. They're all worsted weight 4, although I think the Caron Simply Soft does tend to run a little bit thinner. And as for price, I totally did my research this time. The EverSoft on Premier's website is $3.79, which is a pretty good deal. I looked at Michael's, and the Caron Simply Soft is between $4.49 and $4.79, depending on whether you get the new packaging or not, because they have redone their label. And here, we're not going to count the discount price that I paid for this, because I bought this at the thrift store. So you're going to ignore that price tag. The original price tag on this, at the time that the person that bought this originally, before they donated, was $4.49. I'm not up on their current prices, but $4.49 sounds about right, considering that is the exact price of the Caron Simply Soft. So we have $3.79 or $4.50 for the other two. Now, I wanted to do a swatch workup for you, and so I'm gonna have to adjust my camera a little bit so that it's not leaning on me. I am going to do a sample in all of these yarns. I gotta get out my handy dandy hook, and I am going to just work up a little swatch of each of them and let you know, because I can tell you from experience, I do not like Caron Simply Soft because it splits. I am just going to do a little crochet swatch, and I may, after filming this is done, do a knit swatch as well, but that will take a lot longer, and I don't think you guys want to see me fumble with my knitting because I'm still learning. So I will tell you from experience that the Caron Simply Soft does split. It splits a lot, and of course it's not going to split right now because, I mean, why would it? Why would it prove me right? You guys want to move in a little bit? Let's see. Bringing it in. Before anyone asks about my hook, because every time I show my hooks, someone asks, this hook is a Furls hook. I got it on furls.com. They are expensive, but they are my favorite hooks. So I'm just doing half double crochets right now. And it's not splitting on me, but I'm also working much slower than I normally work because my arms are wrapped around a tripod. I do not have that fancy setup where it hangs over the table, the tutorial setup. I don't have none of that, but that's all right because we don't need it. We got this. We got this, guys. So it's not splitting on me right now. It does split on me a lot. I actually don't like Caron Simply Soft. I will tell you that. And you guys know I am always honest. And I have not worked with the Premier EverSoft. It may split. I don't know. We are going to check it out and see. Oh, I caught my tail in there. You guys see that? Tangled my tail. All right. See? Split. Split. See that? Oh, split again. That's why I get frustrated with Caron Simply Soft. That's why this has been, even after I paid only $1.99 at the thrift store, has been sitting on my shelf because that irritates me. I cannot stand a splitty yarn. I cannot stand it. And of course, course. I grabbed it from the outside, so, you know, can't make my life easy and just do a center pull. That's how we roll cinnamon stitches. We mess up. And we are okay with messing up. Alright, so you can see that it was a little splitty. You see why I don't really work with it? Because of the splitty. I can't imagine knitting with this. Not at this point, but I am going to probably do a test swatch and I will put that at the end of the video. Alright, so that's what it looks like worked up. And again, this is the Caron Simply Soft. And it frogs just fine. Because trust me, I have to frog it. Because of the splitting. Alright, now let's go on to the Yarn Bee Soft Secret. I don't even know if this is still in the store. I am not a big Hobby Lobby shopper. I tend to go to Michael's since AC Moore has closed down. Ooh, get on camera. Alright. Oh yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be splitty too. You guys love watching me fumble with my yarn. I just love it. You're thinking, at least I'm not the only one that fumbles. Alright. So we're just going to test this out and see if it splits. But currently we have to give it a couple rows because that's what happened with the Caron Simply Soft. This doesn't feel splitty to me though. Got like a roughness when it runs between my fingers. Like it feels soft on my fingertips, but running between my fingertips from the way I hold my yarn, it has like a slight, it's not rough, it's like a snaggy. I don't know if my hands are dry or it's just this yarn. I don't like this. I don't like this yarn. Yeah, this is not splitting on me. Not at all like the Caron Simply Soft. So I'm going to say, despite the fact that it is a little bit snaggy on the insides of my fingers, that this is better than Caron Simply Soft. But you know what it might also be? I have noticed with a lot of yarns, well, most yarns, and my mom used to say this to me, yarns, when they take on different colors, sometimes they will have a different texture from the dyeing process. And purple is one of the ones that always seems to feel rougher to me. And I could be wrong. It could just be me. It could, you know, but it seems like purple always has a little bit of something extra to it from the way that it is dyed. And I don't know why that is. It might be because the red and the blue that are inside purple dyes, they adhere to yarn at different rates. And so that might be why the process is a little different. To get it even. Oh yeah, this is nice. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Look at that. Not one single split. See how the twist isn't really coming apart? Caron Simply Soft, like that twist comes apart like really easily. And then it causes splittingness. So, yeah. Frog's easy. I knew it would. Alright, now let's move on to the Premier EverSoft, which is what everybody is here for. Let me pull out a big chunk. So I'm not fighting it. I love the Americana colors. I have said that in several videos before. I love Americana colors. I couldn't get the white in the EverSoft when I was ordering the red, white, and blue. And I ordered 2 different shades of red because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with the blue. But clearly that is more of an Americana color than this one. So I think the white was out of stock when I tried to order these. So, okay, this feels exactly like the Yarn Bee Soft Secret. It feels exactly like it. So it is a good It is a good comparison. If you have worked with the Yarn Bee Soft Secret, that is what EverSoft feels like. It is more comparable to the Yarn Bee Soft Secret than it is to the Caron Simply Soft in the way it feels, the way it looks, and the way it's spun. I didn't even look to see where these yarns are made at. I'm assuming, and I'm probably right, the EverSoft is made in Turkey because Premier Yarns usually comes from Turkey. I don't think I've ever seen a Premier Yarns that did not come from Turkey. And I will check that if I can remember at the end of this swatchy video. So, you notice I'm shaking a little bit because my arms are resting on the very edge of the table while I'm leaning out and around my camera. So, it is a very strange way to sit. And it's causing shaking just from the way that my arms are resting. So, yeah, this feels very much like the Yarn Bee, but it is, what did I say? It's almost $1 less per ball. Almost $1 less per ball. So you know me. I'm going to go for the Premier EverSoft. That's just me personally. And if you do not know, in the description box below, total plug for my little link. I have a link that if it's your first order with Premier, you can save a percentage off on your order. So it will make this $3.79, even less if you wanted to buy some of this yarn for yourself. No pressure. No pressure. If you're interested. I like this yarn. I am going to make, of course, some patriotic type stuff. That was Mr. Cinnamon opening a can of water. It was very loud. It's very quiet in the house this morning. The kids are sleeping still. But I know that when little man wakes up, the house is going to be just loud. Just loud. Yeah, this is very, very comparable to the Soft Secret. More so than the Caron Simply Soft. So if you have ever worked with the Yarn Bee Soft Secret, you will know what to expect from this yarn. It feels and works exactly the same. And again, no splitting. No splitting. And easy frogging. All right, now let's see. Where is this from? I'm going to say Turkey. Turkey. Where is it? Made in Turkey. Yarn Bee Soft Secret, where are you from? Made in China. That's surprising. That's surprising. I really expected that to be made in Turkey. And Caron Simply Soft is... Where is it? Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Oh, you guys are probably yelling at me. It's right there. I don't see it. Okay, I don't know where Caron Simply Soft is made at because I'm not seeing it on the label. But if you guys see it, go ahead and scream it out. Put it in the comments. Yeah, I don't see it. So, alright. That's my review of that. I'm going to knit up a few swatches, but I'm not going to make you watch me knit because that is that's not fun for anybody. And I will add that on to the end of this video. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back with the knitting section of our review. And I know this looks like a hot mess right now, but I actually started with the Caron Simply Soft, and it behaved exactly as I thought it was going to behave. It split so much. However, I don't think I will ever use Caron Simply Soft for knitting, but I'm going to say this. The Yarn Bee Soft Secret was so much worse for the splitting when it came to knitting. It was so much worse. And you can tell by looking at it, that's not pretty. It was a lot harder to work with knitting needles. And of course, you guys know I'm a beginner knitter. So that may be why I struggled so much with it. But when it came to the crochet, I would say the Caron Simply Soft was the worst, and I would not work with that. But when it came to knitting, the Soft Secret by Yarn Bee was the absolute worst. I actually struggled with that a lot. I was mad. I was angry. I threw it to the side. Anyway, and then when it came to the EverSoft, I thought the EverSoft would behave like the Yarn Bee because in crochet, they behave very much similarly. The EverSoft was mildly splitty, but of the three, I would say it was probably the least splitty. Whereas in the crochet comparison, I would say the Yarn Bee and the EverSoft are exactly the same. But for knitting, I'm going to say the EverSoft wins this one by a lot. By a lot. And I just started the row. I did a couple of stitches, or a couple rows of garter, and then I did a couple of stockinette. And so these are all exactly the same, but yeah. I'm going to say Caron Simply Soft splits the worst with crochet, but the Yarn Bee is the worst for splitting with the knitting. And I like the Premier EverSoft the best for knitting, and it's comparable with the Soft Secret for crochet. So that is my yarn contrast and comparison for this week. I actually have another one of these series coming up next week. I am going to compare some more yarns from Premier's website with other brand yarns. So I hope you will tune in for that. And thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later.